address themes such as the loss of your mother, the process of grief, other family relationships, romantic attachments, reading and writing, and the lure of social media. But the Birch remains a central character. Can you tell us a bit about how that project came about?
I won't even call it a project. It was a situated writing practice that emerged in time, like over a particular suite of days that were significant to me because they represented the anniversary of my mother's death 3 years before. So there's a kind of vigil, kind of presence making, and a kind of meditation on solitude that I was also undergoing, because this living space I was occupying with my two adult twins at that point was a kind of temporary arrangement. Our family had split up, like so many families do. And I had, moved out of the family home that had been so significant as like my place, my identity for so many years. So there was something very contingent about being in this space. And it just happened to have this incredibly active and beautiful birch tree that was very, very well established on the property, was sort of part of that, the family's home, really. And I was an interloper in that space, but I also was able for the first time to really have a daily kind of monitoring relationship to that tree and all of the life around it. There were robins that were nesting and, brought baby robins into the world while I was in this process of being really aware of the tree. But like many writers, I use a kind of daily solitude based writing practice to ground myself, to continually feed the larger writing project world that I'm in, because I always have multiple projects on the go. And the sense of sitting outside was, I recognized that being outside as a writing space was a lot more important to me than I had sort of realized.
And you've written memoir as well, so that slots in with your poetry, you think, and your fiction.
Yeah, genre is always up for grabs with me. I think there's a sense of this sort of fine line or this membrane between, what's memoir and what's invented. I think these two practices are really enmeshed. And Dear Birch, the newest book, is in some ways a meditation on the memoir as a form, but it's also a kind of, rebuffing of that form to some degree. I think I do that with all genre. I kind of like push against it, or make it multiply in some way.
So what has it been like for you to release 2 books during a pandemic?
Odd, very strange, very virtual. The book object is a real live organic baby that we carry around and introduce to various material spaces. That's been odd. It's been odd to have books come into the world and not quite sense that they're in the world, or to question what the world is now that so much of it has become virtual. At the same time, it's really helped me to know that I've had this kind of creative output over a period that for many writers has, I think, been really frightening in the sense of, are we disappearing? Where are our books going? Where is writing going to land after this? Yeah.